Hello, this is Professor Biswai. Today we'll go over multiplying rational expressions. Again, please watch the factoring video before you do these exercises. Let's remember what we used to do for fractions. When I have a fraction like 2/3 times 3 over 2, I am allowed to cross out something from the top and something from the bottom. And guess what? I have now one left. So make sure that anything is on the top that's matching, I can cross them out. How about here? Can I do this? Like this 2 with this 2? The answer is no. Remember, the fraction bar is a grouping symbol. So all you have to do is just add them up first. 5 plus 2 is 7 times 4 times 7 over 8. Is there anything that I can cross out? Now I have a 4 and an 8 or 4 and a 2. Either way will work. 2's go. These 7 will not cancel out because they are on the same side of the fraction bar. So I have 2 times 7 times 7. And then here we go. There's 2 and 8 will also go. You don't have to do it this way. And guess what I have? 7 times 7, which is 49. And I have just 4 at the bottom. Does it make sense? All right, let's see what I did here. I cannot cross these out. 7, 4, 7. Let me check. 2, 8. 4, 2, 2, 2, 4, 7, 49 over 4. Okay, great. So, can I do the same thing with rational expressions? Now, one thing you have to remember, x minus 1, 1 minus x. Do you see these are in reverse orders? So I have to remember that if I factor out a minus from 1 minus x, I will get x minus 1. Do you see that? Minus x minus 1 is simply minus x plus 1. So these guys are off by a negative. So I can do this. Watch. X minus 1 and 1 minus x. When I cancel them out, I have a negative 1. And here's another one. X. One of the x's will go. And what I end up with, there's a negative in front of it. And then there's an x left. That's all I have left. Let's try to do this one. Can I cross out maybe like one of the x's here, maybe one of the x's here, 4 with 8? You cannot do any of this. So factor them out first. You have x plus 2. When you take the 2 out, you have x plus 4. And then you have an x plus 3, x plus 4. What is exactly the same? The only thing that's exactly the same is these two. And there's nothing else that I can cross out. So the answer is 2. X plus, the commutative property tells me you can switch them around. And then x plus 3. And that's all you have. All right? So let's see what else I can do. How about this one? Now, here I need to do some factoring. X cubed plus 1, that one is the addition of 2 cubes. So watch the factoring video. So I'm going to rewrite. I have a 2x squared on top. I have a 2 times 4. I can do that. And then there's an x squared and x. That's another way of doing it so that I can cross them out. So I kind of broke them down. X plus 1. And I'm supposed to multiply this by... Put a 1 under there so I have a multiplication of 2 things. X plus 1 factors out as x plus 1. X cubed plus 1 factors out as x plus 1. And then the long part, that's x squared minus x plus 1. Now I'm going to start crossing them out. All right, what do I have? I have an x plus 1. Here you are. What else? I have an x squared, x squared. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm kind of, when I double them up, I kind of use the same convention. To the right, to the right, to the left, to the left. That kind of makes it easy. Here we go. I use something else. I say 2's with 2's. That makes your checking a little bit easier. So what do I have left at the end? I have this long one, x squared minus x plus 1. And I have a 4. I have an x. And that's all I have. I cannot cross any of these guys out, and that's the end of this problem. Okay, let's go to the next one. How do I do that one? Okay, well, can I factor things out? Let's look at this. This one looks like this is prime. I cannot really do anything about it. Top and bottom, and there's a multiplication. That means I can cross them out. Here we go. When you cross them out, this one is prime. Leave it alone. X squared minus x plus 1 over 4x. All right? So when there's something prime, I just leave it alone. Okay, how do I do that one? Again, watch the factoring. This one needs to be factored. All right, so I know that this factors out as 3x plus 1, x minus 4. Let's double check. This is x, negative 12 plus x, negative 11. Okay, that's how it factors out. How does this one factor out? X squared minus 16. That one is difference of two squares. That's going to factor out x plus 4x minus 4. All right. How is this going to factor out? 9x squared minus 1. That is a difference of two squares. So that's going to factor out as 3x plus 1, 3x minus 1. Okay, I factored everything out. Now it's time to cross them out. Here we go. 3x plus 1, the whole thing, 3x plus 1. X minus 4, x minus 4. What do I have left on top? I have a 1, and I have an x plus 4 at the bottom, and then 3x minus 1 here, and that's the end of this problem. Okay, how about this one? Let's factor them out as much as I can. X fourth minus 8x. Oh, I don't know the fourth degrees. Oh, but I know how to take out the GCF. So I'm going to work on this. X4 minus 8x is, first of all, x cubed minus 2 cubed. Now I'm going to do this cubic part. That's x stays. The cubic part goes x minus 2. Watch the factoring video. X squared plus 2x plus 4. That's that. Let's do this one. That one, 2x minus x squared. Let's take the GCF out. First, x is out, 2 minus x. Now, I kind of look at it. This was on top, and this one is at the bottom. It's very likely that they are going to cross out. So let's write everything out. I'm going to write the factored version. So I have x minus 2, x squared plus 2x plus 4. That's on top. At the bottom, I have a 4. And this one, x and 2 minus x. Remember, when they are in reverse order, I can cross them out. But you have that 1, negative 1 extra. Is there anything else? These two x's will go. And this one is the prime part, remember? In the cubic factorization, you have x squared plus 2x plus 4. That's prime. And what do I have at the bottom? I have a negative, remember? And that's negative 4. I can also write that as like this. Watch. That negative can work into there. Negative x squared, negative 2x, negative 4 over 4, for example. That's another way. I can also put this negative in front of it, like that. Either one of these guys is going to be fine. So that negative can go in front of it, on top, or at the bottom. It doesn't matter. All right? And here's the problem in its entirety.